Let's get educated. That's why we're here, to bring you the stories impacting K-12 classrooms and college campuses. It's time for a little education.
Hello, everyone. I am Katie Patrick, and I'm joined by, as always, that guy.
Hi.
He's very excited to be here today.
Yes. It's a new week.
It's a new week.
Yes.
A new day.
Take it by the horns. Yes.
I did. But you've already taken it by the horns there, David.
True.
Because what'd you do this morning?
This morning?
You had a show.
Did an episode of Worldview Matters on Freemasonry with Pastor John Pinnell, one of my pastor friends from Illinois, Calvary Chapel, Lake Villa. Shout out to our friends there. By the way, tomorrow, I just want to give you a heads up. David Roth, he's a pastor in Green Bay. We are having a Men of Iron conference, not we. I'll be speaking there, but it's going to be this coming Saturday, October 14, Green Bay, menofIronconference.org. Wednesday, I get to talk to Linda Harvey of Mission America. She's got a school corruption and propaganda calendar, year-long school year events that they celebrate. You wouldn't believe the indoctrination. You think you have a good idea. And then Thursday, Pastor Carl Gallups will be on the show. You can subscribe at worldviewmatters.tv. Thank you for allowing me to plug the new venture.
Oh, and also, did you know, David, just from right now, we are less than 1 week.
Ooh.
1 week. 1 week.
1 week
until we go live. They said.
We're doing a live show?
Live at noon Central, actually, on Monday, October 16th. We will stream Educated live at noon Central, and it'll be on Facebook, and it will be on Rumble. So simply follow us on Facebook.com/FreedomProject USA, or you can go to Rumble.com/FreedomProject. Now, we want you to bring your comments, bring your questions, your concerns, bring it all. We're going to have a little chat, and we will discuss what you are chatting about throughout the program.
And you can heckle me, but not Katie. All right.
No. You heckle me, I'll heckle you right back.
Okay, yeah.
All right.
She'll dish it out and take it.
There you go. What we're going to do today, though,
is
talk about a 16-year-old boy in the state of Maine who has been dominated a girls' cross-country race after just a year ago placing pretty much near the bottom when he was competing with the other boys. So, as always, we have a boy going to compete against high school girls.
Wow, Katie.
In a solo sport. Why, David?
I wonder what our great-grandparents would think about boys competing against girls. So, remember these numbers. From 172nd place to 4th place. Transgender high school sophomore in the state of Maine. He's been criticized for competing in the girls' 5K cross-country competition despite running as a boy last year. There he is. Soren Stark Chessa. Did I say that right, Katie?
I guess.
Yeah. So he's at Maine Coast Waldorf School in Freeport. Again, ranked 172 in the district as a freshman in the boys competition, but said, I need to step up my game. And the easy way to do that is compete against girls. Sorry, girls. Sorry, I'm not the one that's justifying this delusion, this nonsense. But I think we've got some video of him running, actually, where there he is. This is a race.
Nice job, bro.
Yeah. Did you see the muscles in those legs?
Yes, bro.
Yes.
That was, as they were saying, way to cheat, bro.
Did someone yell that?
Yeah, that's what they were saying was way to cheat, bro. And then bro, they used the bro term.
Katie, let me just ask you, we've talked about this quite a bit. Your thoughts on this, we already know, but is this going to be a state-by-state battle? Where is this going to end, and will it end? Because it's hard to believe that we're talking about this.
Again and again and again. And it's happening across the country in all sorts of states, just like you're saying. So it could be coming down to a state-by-state battle. And if we can get one state to step up, it's kind of interesting to think, but we need a state to come out of the closet on this issue. Because once you have one state steps up, then they're like, okay, yeah, maybe we should like actually agree with it. Oh, okay. But the issues of where it's been fought it's been in more of leftist states, and it's kind of like you're fighting against a losing battle on that one. They think it's okay in Connecticut. This has started, back with the track, and the boys were winning against the girls in the 100-meter dash because guess what? Biologically,
Boys are faster.
boys will be faster. Their muscle twitch is faster than what will happen with girls.
Wait a minute. Is that scientific, what you just said?
I know, I'm getting sciencey and like kinesiology type stuff, and I'm not even a sciencey person. But I do know how it works when it comes to physical bodies competing against one another, males versus females. I work out all the time in the gym against males, and we may be doing similar movements, like we're doing the same movements, but they are just going to have more weight. They're going to be able to lift,
And
produce
strength,
more
yeah.
weight, more
Yeah.
strength. And then when it comes to speed, they will be able to produce more speed. Now, you're going to say, yes, but didn't David just say he took fourth? So clearly he didn't beat all the girls. So what are you complaining about? Let's bring up the stats. Let's look at the actual numbers, because this is something important to note. Number one, Soren is a sophomore now.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so he is still getting his testosterone.
He's got 2 more years.
He's still got time to get more in, to be faster, even more so. What fascinated me is when I looked at this, you're looking at I guess he was the 5th place, but when you look at the times of the people in front of him, the girls in front, you're like, whoa, those times girls are fast. They're way faster. One, we don't know what year in school they are, but you are going to have what we call freak athletes, and we say it as a positive thing. You will have freak athletes that are females, and yes, they will beat all the boys. And you're going to have freak athletes who are males who are going to beat all the other males too. But it's fascinating it looks like the first 4 times are freak athlete type times. If you take his score out of it, then the 4th place girl took it in 18:02, and then the next one was 18:39. So that becomes more centered towards the norm, where the times are going to be a lot tighter the farther down you go down the line, right? So you have your freak athletes who are going to be out there out front, but then all of a sudden you put a wrench in it by adding this young boy in, because look at his stats compared to what he placed last year.
Okay, look at that. His time would have been between 142nd and 143rd.
Yes.
Am I reading that right?
Yes. And look at the placement and time-wise. Look how much tighter those times are between the 134th place and the 150th place. It's only a difference of 10 seconds. And when we're talking about a cross-country race, this is where you have to look at the times and how much you realize the advantage he has. And if you know sports, you're understanding what I'm saying when it comes to breaking this down.
Let me just mention the Stark Chessa school athletic director.
Do we have to?
Who hit back and said they were proud of all their students. And here's a quote, right? Ready? We support all our students at Maine Coast Waldorf School and are proud that our students are given the opportunity to participate in all of our school programs, said Susan Sontag. Now, they're proud that all the students can participate, but no mention of the girls that are going to be swept aside.
Oh yeah, for sure. But also that statement is a very calculated statement. I personally wonder how much Susan personally agrees with this, and how much of it is I have to give out this statement to keep my job. Because if you were a staunch supporter of this, you would have been like, she's an amazing athlete and she deserves every right to be able to do this. So it's very calculated.
Yes,
we support all our students at Maine.
But she knows that nobody can go against pride.
Yeah, that's true.
She's
as well.
proud.
She's proud.
Nobody can say anything about that. Anyway, we've got to move on. The once well-respected Ivy League school known as Princeton has just launched a new drag program designed to teach students about the history and wondrous art form that is drag. That's next.
So I'm guessing once Soren graduates, he can go from high school and he can be drafted into the drag community, because that's what's happening.
Really?
Yeah, why not? Just draft him right into the drag community, while at least if he goes to Princeton University. Because Princeton University, those Ivy Leaguers are now all about the drag. We have a new program that's being offered to train students in the art form that is drag. So instead of Princeton, maybe they're just going to start calling themselves Princess University instead. No more Princeton, it's Princess.
Princess University.
Well,
sounds about right.
Yeah, the program is being offered through the school's Gender Plus Sexuality Resource Center. I like how they write it. It's not the gender and, it's the Gender Plus Sexuality.
And what does
resource.
plus mean?
Exactly.
That means they're going to add whatever they want to add down the road, and it'll all be inclusive.
Yep, and this program was open to all undergraduate and graduate students that were interested in the world of drag, according to their little Instagram page that they put out there. Drag University is a new program housed under the mentorship pillar of the Gender Plus Sexuality Resource Center. This year-long program, so it's all year they're going to have you, will teach about the history of drag as well as the art form of drag. Two different things there, David. Two different things. Sessions will be taught by local drag performers, on-campus partners who know their way around machines. What does that mean, David? I don't want... Okay. And other students. This program is open to undergraduate and graduate students. Now, it was fascinating. The first 8 applicants who committed to the entire curriculum and attend their orientation will get a scholarship, which will cover the costs of supplies. Not like textbooks, but supplies. Okay?
So...
Sure.
So throughout the year...
Yes.
Right? So they're not even doing what the LGBTQ did. They said, all right, let's line this up and let's have June be the Pride Month. And now it's queer all year,
Yep.
But they had Pride Month for how many years? I don't know, a decade or two with Pride Month. Now it's Pride all the time. So they're not even saying, okay, just for this one semester or just for this month we're going to do drag. No, it's just all year long. But
That's just all year.
Included in the history of drag, there's also going to be Sewing 101.
Oh, excellent. Sewing 101. When is Sewing 101? I can't wait for it.
No, choreography, face painting, photo shoots, and other topics according to the program's registration form. And Katie, Patrick, they are certainly going to be prepared for the outside world when they graduate after taking these courses.
Well, they are. Especially for drag in December, look at them. They are painting your face. Can't wait to attend Painting Your Face. The way they put these
Wait a minute,
things
are they
out there.
charging for
Painting
this?
Your face.
Do students pay
yes.
for this?
Yes, they do. We don't. But remember, those first applicants, they were able to cover the costs, get a scholarship, cover their cost of supplies. I'm guessing all the paint that they had to go to. Where do you go to get all that paint? The art store? Like where? Where are you picking?
Face paint. It's not at the art store. It's got to be wash-off
I hope
paint.
they're not going to Hobby Lobby because I don't think Hobby
I don't
Lobby
think
would.
they have face paint at Hobby. She jests.
I jest. Surely you jest.
But wait a minute. I want to read something at the bottom here. Princeton's, whoever that is, some representative from the university says, we envision a Princeton University community of practice that affirms, uplifts, and celebrates women, femme, trans, and queer people, and that actively resists sexism, cissexism.
Oh, that's a new one. I haven't heard that. Cissexism.
Heteronormativity, and other intersecting forms of oppression on campus and beyond.
Yes. No, that's actually from their, the whole, website. But I'm guessing the people who wrote that on the website could have been any one of these 3 people, or maybe all 3 of these people. You have Eric Anglero, who's the associate director, goes by they, them. You have Grace Davis, who's a program coordinator for the women and femme identities, and she goes by they, he. And then you have MJ Scafiro, the program coordinator, LGBTQIA plus identities, whatever that means. And I'm not even sure he, she, but goes by pronouns of she and her. So yeah, Princeton. That's what you get at Princess University now.
So could we demand that people describe us by our adjectives?
Yes, exactly.
Seriously.
It's about time.
They're doing pronouns, so let's just bring in
These are my
adjectives.
pronouns.
You need to address me as fascinating.
Fascinating Fiorazzo? Well, there are some F words, but anyway.
No.
Just kidding.
Or what's your adjective, Katie, Patrick?
Don't
Brilliant.
care.
Perfect, Patrick.
You're far from it. Address me as don't care from now on. My pronouns are don't and care. Goodbye to all of you.
I think we should be demanding adjectives. That's coming.
There we go. That will be coming up.
Think about that.
Also coming up, in a stunning reversal after becoming the focus of national headlines, a Pennsylvania high school has voted to change course when it comes to allowing boys into the girls' restroom. So we're going to tell you the little twist of what happened next.
Today's show is sponsored by our friends at MyPillow. Save up to 66% on pristine quality bedding, towels, slippers, signature pillows, and much more when you use the code EDUCATED. That's EDUCATED. Educated. Support this show and a great American company.
They did it. They did it. They
Really?
did it.
Yes.
Applaud. Students are smarter than all of Princeton University. They are.
High school students.
Yes.
Now,
Students have put pressure on a school board about a decision of said school board voting against the requiring of boys and girls to use bathrooms corresponding to biological sex. It was a 5-4 vote from the Perkiomen Valley School Board in Montgomery County. And again, we're talking
Pennsylvania.
all the way there in Pennsylvania land. And then parents and students denounced said decision, and students staged walkouts, and now they're going to have to reverse course because students stood up, parents stood up, they took action, and let's take a look at what actually happened.
So in addition to requiring that students only use the bathroom that aligns with their biological sex, Policy 720 also opens more single-use bathrooms for students to use that were previously only available to teachers. One board member here at the meeting tonight described it as a compromise, saying there would actually be more single-use bathrooms now available for transgender students to use who did not want to use the bathroom that aligns with their biological sex. But of course, there were plenty of people, board members and members of the public included, that said this was an attack on transgender students tonight. Many also felt like the discussion of the policy change happened too quickly, being voted on less than a month after first being introduced back on September 11th. We heard more than an hour of comments tonight on both sides before the board finally made its vote.
We're asking that a person that's in a minority that has civil rights, we're asking them to give up those rights because a majority, whether that be the population or on the board, feels that their rights aren't as important as theirs. That is totally un-American.
We need to come together again for the kids. There's a common sense solution on the table, and that is for transgender students to use the single stall bathrooms. This does the greatest good for the greatest number for the longest amount of time.
Jeremy Bentham, greatest good, greatest amount of people. Just saying. Jeremy Bentham quote.
This is a good point. Thank you to our producer, Mr. Michael Menzel.
Ooh, shout out.
We, meaning Christians, are in the minority. What happened to our rights? In
Rights?
the government schools?
Are you there, Rights?
Huh? Rights? Where'd they go?
It's me, Margaret. Rights?
So anything unbiblical goes. But yeah, it's he says who's in the minority? Well, you said earlier I'm not calling Katie short.
I am vertically challenged.
Yes, but short people are in the minority. Where are their
Left-handers.
rights?
I'm in the minority for being left-handed. I'm in the minority when I needed glasses. I was in the minority at the time when I had braces. I'm not in the minority, but there are people who need to be gluten-free. There are people who need to be peanut-free. There are people. Everyone is a minority of some sort. There's no end to it. There is no end to it.
So you've got to start selling the oppression of your group or your minority.
Anyway.
And, oh my goodness.
So the board
Where does the
voted
madness
to reverse course then, making it so.
Which is a good thing.
Boys go to the bathroom in the boys' bathrooms. Girls go to the bathroom in the girls' bathroom. And then guess what? Now the teachers are the ones who are in the minority and some of their single stall bathrooms get taken out. But is it that not at least a better solution? You have a single stall bathroom. Wouldn't you rather have a single stall bathroom anyway? So now you can use that if you are confused about if you're a boy or a girl. Don't go in one of those, go in the single stall. Problem solved.
Let me go back to our founders. I'm going way,
Are you
way,
allowed
way.
to do it? Are they in the minority?
Yes,
I think they are
way,
in the
way back
minority.
beyond our great-grandparents. Let's go back to our founders and what would they think about this kind of statement in the education system. No person shall enter a restroom, locker room, or shower that is designed for the use of the opposite sex. They would think, Why are you stating the obvious?
Well, they would
Why do you have to
Yeah,
state
they
the
would also
obvious?
be like, what is a locker room and all of
that's
that,
true.
and why are
Maybe.
all the kids at one building and not being privately tutored? But the founders, different time.
Good point. So, the school
yeah.
system wasn't when our founders was, but the point is a male using a male and the female using the. Anyway.
Yeah, it's again, that's what we called common sense up until all of the nonsense started. So following the defeat, the Democrat-endorsed slate of the Perkiomen Valley School Board candidates said in a statement, "Trans men are men, trans women are women. Acknowledgement of someone's humanity is not a threat to anyone. Acknowledgement is the bare minimum. Discrimination should not be disguised as safety. This is about segregating the others among us." They're trying to pull segregation into here.
Wow.
Well, that's rich. That's rich. Yes.
Part of their argument.
Anywho, we're going to stop on that one because we have some fun toys to talk about. And I'm not talking about the ones that maybe some of these people may support. I'm talking about actual children's toys, because the nation's most dominant toy store for decades is looking to make another run this holiday, Christmas season, if you will.
Yes.
We're going to discuss the rebirth of the Toys R Us when we return.
If you have a smartphone, tablet, Roku, or Apple TV, consider downloading the Freedom Project Media app. It's 100% free and includes all of our weekly shows, plus lecture series, archive programs, and award-winning animated videos for families like the Presidential Minute, Battles of America, and Heroes of the West. Don't rely on the social media giants to keep you informed. Simply download the Freedom Project Media app from your app store and allow notifications. And we'll let you know when a new video is ready.
We got the best for so much less. You really flip your lid. From bikes to trains to video games, it's the biggest toy store there is.
Gee whiz!
I don't want to grow up, 'cause baby, if I did, I couldn't be a Toys R Us kid. More games, more toys. Oh boy, I want to be a Toys R Us kid.
One of the original commercials from Toys R Us. And then they had some problemas in 2017, 2018. Anyway, they're back. They're planning a brick and mortar comeback in the U.S. with up to 24 new flagship stores. There's a headline. And this is very interesting because part of the plan, they're going to be doing this in airports and including, I think the first one, Toys R Us, the first airport store is set to open in November, next month already, for the Christmas season, and that's going to be in the terminal of Dallas Fort Worth International Airport. So I know it sounds odd. There will be a Toys R Us. It's probably not going to be the big mega store, but interesting if you think how they're thinking.
Yeah.
Get in there. A lot of travelers get in there before the Christmas shopping season really kicks off. People need gifts for kids, and right in the airport. How convenient.
Also, we know how it is at the airport. Sometimes the car rental places, they run out of cars. And so now you can just go to Toys R Us and get your little... I fit in them.
You jest.
No, I don't jest. I do fit in them. I do. I can vouch that I have driven one of those little cars. So you could do that. But let's take a look at what's going to happen.
Toys R Us is back, just in time for the holidays.
Toys R Us is back.
The toy store giant has reopened its doors. And yes, the iconic mascot Jeffrey the Giraffe was there to spread cheer. Much to the sorrow of kids everywhere, Toys R Us closed its 800 stores across the USA after filing for bankruptcy in 2018.
I don't want to grow up, I'm a Toys R Us kid.
And with that, a slice of Americana was gone. But now, a new generation gets to experience the joy of a superstore filled with aisles of toys.
Our number one priority has been to bring back Toys R Us to America.
The new flagship store is located at the American Dream Mall in New Jersey.
Okay, New Jersey.
Okay.
There are some other locations. Let's see. One of those stores, the American Dream Mega Mall that they mentioned, 20,000 square foot location. That includes experiences for kids such as a 2-story slide, a cafe, and an ice cream shop at Toys R Us. So they're really trying to bring it back out with a bang.
If you want to know where the President of the United States will be when they open that store, you said ice cream cafe, and we know the answer now.
And lots of children.
Lots of children and an ice cream shop.
Ooh, okay.
Maybe we know now why Toys R Us is back and how they will be back and be successful. I don't know. Well, anyway, if you're not following us on the Rumble, now's the time, people. We got 1 week. Less than 1 week, actually. Technically less than 1 week until we go live on rumble.com/FreedomProject.
Noon Central Time.
Yep, you should give the channel a follow over there on the Rumble so you can watch us on it. So again, we will be doing Educated Live Monday, October 16th at 12 p.m. Central Time. So join us for a lot of fun and nonsense and, I don't know, maybe some serious stuff too. Why not? Now, for David and myself, thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. And thank you for supporting what we do. Until next time, stay educated.